Hey. All right. Looks like we're live. Good evening, everybody. Sorry for the slightly late start. I was having some startup issues, but not too bad. Hi, Kylie. Good to see you. Good evening, everyone. So, like I've said, tonight my plan is I want to wrap up. We're going to wrap up the Omega DLC, finish helping out Arya, liberate / reconquer Omega, and there's some stuff to talk about there as to if there's a difference and what the difference is, and if there's a real difference, if there's a practical difference between liberating and just reconquering in a circumstance like Arya's. And then we're going to be moving on to Rannoch, which is the next major story mission, where we're going to be going to help the Quarians in their dispute with the Geth. Geth being an organic, it's a species, I guess you would say, of synthetic life forms. I say with a question mark. And that's going to have to be something we talk about. This is probably the best chance to talk about whether the Geth are alive and whether they are persons. And we'll have to look at some of the difficulties of that question and whether we can answer it, and whether we can answer it in universe, whether we can say that an equivalent in reality may or may not be possible, whether what's depicted in the fiction can even make sense or not, or anyway, it's going to be one of the more interesting topics that really is as a centerpiece for this game and this series as a whole. So it should be good. It should be a good time. There we go. Another thing I obviously want to talk about, because it's in the news and I can't help but talk about things that are in the news, unfortunately, against my better judgment, is the whole game stonks thing, which is still going on, still weird, and it's revealing some interesting social dynamics going on. That as an ethicist, I think I can do a little bit of input on, even if I don't understand the financial side, as we know from my stream last Thursday when I was blundering around in the dark trying to talk about finance, stocks and trading and all that. So, talk a little bit about that, a little bit of the like I said, the social dynamics going on, and that also has an impact on the political dynamics as well. So, without much more, let's go jump into it, and we'll see where it goes from there. So Kylie asked, what's happening with that? I have no idea what's going on with the whole stock market thing, and why it's a big thing. Okay, let me try and explain as best I can, which will be inadequate, because I don't know finance well. There is a major firm that has been doing a large-scale short sale. What a short sale is, again, as best I understand it, is they buy a set of an arrangement of stocks. Why is this not? Oh, okay, it is. They buy stocks for a lower than market price, so they can get a ton of them. In this case, from what I hear, over 100% of the available stock of GameStop. Somehow. Again, it's
like Cerberus invaded here. Killed
chakra
everyone.
launcher. Huh, I don't want it, but cool.
Now we're paying them back in kind. I'm sure your dead workers feel much better now.
And actually, related to what they were just talking about, a lot of times this kind of thing winds up being to the massive benefit of big investment companies and to the detriment of sort of the little guy, whether that is the people who are actually involved in these companies, or whether that is little, small investors who get the shaft over having outdated information on these trades and sales and things. Okay.
The elevator to the reactor is across the way.
Over there. Alright, this is going to be a fight, it looks like. So, like I said, I don't fully understand why this works or how this works. Basically, they are betting that a certain stock, in this case GameStop, they're betting that the value is going to go down over time. So they're planning to sell those stocks back at an even lower rate at the end of a specified period, in this case, the end of the week. the end of last week, I think. I'm not, again, I could be wrong.
Strange.
Um,
We're not being attacked anymore.
Actually, it's kind of
Yep,
strange.
be ready for anything.
So what Reddit did, what Wall Street Bets, the subreddit did, was they said, all right, everyone, buy GameStop. And that drove up the price astronomically, something like 800%. Meaning that this hedge fund that had shorted a bunch of stocks now had to cover the losses of every stock holding of GameStop because they had to buy it back in order to sell it, or something like that. It's very weird. This is the best I understand. So sorry if I'm misinterpreting it. Basically, they bet that let's just go GameStonks. They bet that GameStonks value was going down. Turned out that it was going crazy high up because Reddit shenanigans. A bunch of people buying stock and then refusing to sell at a low price. So they're screwed out of like over $1 trillion, I think I saw. I could be, again, wrong on that as well. That's possible. So basically, this hedge fund just gets totally screwed by a bunch of Redditors deciding, hey, we're going to everyone invest in GameStop this week. Now, where this becomes relevant to my expertise is something to do with
Why are you grinning, Arya?
Oh, okay.
We're almost there. When the force fields come down, this war finally begins.
For some of us, it started months ago.
That wasn't war, babe. That was just warm up.
Ouch. I mean, it kind of was. There were lots of people dying. We'll get to that too. Actually, that's very relevant, really, because part of what makes this interesting to me, and within my, this looks like a boss chamber, interesting and within my particular, academic expertise, is that a lot of it seems to be driven by what one would technically call envy. Wanting what is bad for somebody else because they have something you don't. And even being willing to destroy what they have even if nobody benefits. Right? It's usually represented by this. This is actually something I've prepared ahead of time. This is a pro GameStonks meme, not anti. This is in favor of the whole thing. If we crash the economy, we'll both drown, said the frog. Lol, said the scorpion. Lamau. So this usually is meant to represent, okay, so there is, the scorpion here has the chance to kill the frog, but that means that the scorpion goes down too, and nobody wins, and so it would be foolish for the scorpion to kill the frog. Right? This is a reasonable, non-antisocial way of thinking. However, hi, cat. Hi, cat. She's stuck in here, so I may need help at some point. I don't know, Erica, if you can hear me. At some point, I may need help releasing the cat. Not now, she's fine, but at some point. Anyway, this kind of thinking, the kind of thinking as depicted by the scorpion, lol, lamau, I'll just, even if it costs me a bunch, I'm gonna tank you because you have way too much and you got it. Even if it's, justifiable anger, you got it for untoward reasons. It seems to me that nobody except maybe a few really savvy Redditors here are going to benefit from this. Most people are just going to lose whatever they invested.
There's the reactor. Straight ahead.
And that includes both the hedge fund and just your average everyday Redditor, day trader guy. And that Angel. At least she's looking at the camera now. She knocked over my little Christmas tree. Anyway. Erica, at your convenience, if you can leave that, if you can crack that door, that'd be good. I think she wants out now. Anyway, it seems like an embodiment of envy, right? This kind of destructive rather than constructive impulse. Uh-oh. Droney.
I commend you. Your plan of attack was impeccable.
Looks like we were expected.
Thank you.
More like lured.
I knew the reactor would be the hard
Thank you.
target. I gave you no choice but this route.
Shut up.
Why don't you do this in person, Petrovsky? Get your own hands dirty.
I take no pleasure in any of this, Commander. You're the ones trying to start a war for the glory of Aria. But now it's over.
This isn't over until your next of kin can't identify you.
I love your bravado, but have the sense to know when you're beaten. You've been neutralized, and I can leave you there to rot. You might as well give up.
Never!
Aria, what are you thinking?
I'm not going out like this! Aria, don't!
What the hell is she trying to do?
Okay, didn't think you could do that.
Damn it, Aria, you're forcing my hand. We'll do it your way then.
Nyreen, Max!
Robots. Okay, mechs, whatever. They're robots. Bastards. There we go.
Failure imminent. System failure
Oh
imminent.
crap, wrong button. Wrong button. Forgot I had that. Oh, crap.
Malfunction detected. Failure imminent.
Can't need that.
Shutdown imminent. Malfunction detected.
Okay, we're working on it. That is a hell of a pistol.
Spirits, Aria. How did you know you could do that?
I didn't.
Okay, well, it looks like it's solo time now. Need that. Kylie says, I had an impromptu friends night that started with ice cream and ended with chocolate beignets. Awesome. Two absolutely wonderful things.
Failure imminent. Malfunction detected.
Okay. Nothing here? Okay. Alright, where are they? Oh, there's more. Come on now. Cowards. Where?
Shepard, there's no let up. The mechs just keep coming.
Stay alive over there.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I think that as much as I appreciate the, like, I guess I would say the nerve of the, you know, the Reddit bros doing their Wall Street thing. I really appreciate their nerve and their you know, technical skill and all that. The big problem, like I said, I have is with their motivation. Okay, I don't want to do that yet. I want to keep running around looking for stuff. So, chill. Bear with me. Yeah, I know Arya and...
Shepard, get off your ass.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we're back here. Never mind. Let's go.
Failure imminent. Failure imminent.
All right, now let's go. But yeah, like I said, I admire their nerve. I admire their attitude. There's a lot to admire about them, but again, I think at least some of the people involved have this very unhealthy envy that they are doing this to destroy, even if it winds up destroying themselves and other things that they care about. You know, it's... And I've seen a lot of that attitude as well, like explicitly stated. Like, you know, people being told that this is going to bankrupt not just the big bankers, but they're going to lose everything that they put into this, which in a lot of cases is probably true, but they just don't care. They want to see everything burn. It's a kind of sociopathy, which we really should, you know, look down on, not admire and appreciate. That said, I see no problem with short sellers like these big firms getting their comeuppance, because it's a stupid bet, and they're playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes, so they get what they get, and that's fine. I got no problem with that, especially given the weird sort of governmentality type collusions you see with these kinds of companies. Can't say I like them either, so it's fine watching them tank and maybe learn a lesson from this, but. The other thing is, unfortunately, the lesson that might get learned from this could well be that, hey, we need to more tightly regulate all this, and then that'll just screw the little investors even further, which would suck more.
You can't do this, Commander. There's more at stake than you know. That reactor powers life support systems for dozens of wards across the station. Shut it down and thousands of people perish.
You hearing this, Arya?
Yes, and I don't care. Shut it down. Shepard, don't. Try rerouting power away from the force fields.
Not shutting it down. Nope.
Hold tight down there.
Rerouting the power to maintain the other systems.
Are you crazy? We're almost spent. Irene, watch your flank.
This is who you're working for, Shepard. She doesn't care who gets hurt.
That's
What
true.
are you waiting for? Overload the reactor.
She'd just throw thousands of lives away.
Shepard, Irene's down. I'm stabilizing her. You can't reroute power in time. Hit the fucking overload. Now.
This shouldn't be that hard. Maybe something inside is holding you back. Maybe deep down you're starting to think the galaxy might be better off without her.
I mean,
She's never going to learn.
maybe?
She'll never change. Even if you win, Omega loses.
Enough.
Took an extra 1 second.
So be it. All units, battle stations, prepare for attack. Get the demolition crews into position.
See, he was also very clearly not like an idealist saying, "Oh, I don't want to kill those people." No, yes you do. You're about to go kill those people.
okay? Despite your best efforts to kill me, your soft heart almost cost me everything.
Quiet, Arya. It worked. Shepard saved us without sacrificing innocent lives. I applaud her.
I suppose. Whatever. You fought bravely against those mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
But
Why can't you bring that same grit when adjutants attack? It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations. Lay off. She just saved you. I'm trying to help her, Shepard. Call it tough love. The war's starting. I don't mean to miss it.
she's never been big on thank yous.
Well, she did just thank both of you. Kind of backhandedly, but yeah. So, very clearly, Arya is not a good person, not somebody who cares about what she rules. So there's that. And this kind of brings up the distinction I was talking about earlier between whether we're liberating or just reconquering Omega.
Down. Civilians taking to the streets in droves. Cerberus pulling back.
That won't last.
The people don't have the training to go up against Cerberus front lines. They'll be wiped out.
Civilian casualties can't be avoided. You'll have to accept this.
Say what you will, Arya. I won't allow senseless deaths.
Do what you can to protect them.
Of course, Commander.
That is the whole point of this.
Right here.
Report.
My team is scouting the maintenance tunnels. We've encountered Cerberus forces escorting engineers. They're moving gear. Look to be setting explosives to the station's central support columns.
Aha.
Great, engage. Delay them as long as you can. We're coming.
Got it. Roll out, people.
This is exactly the kind of mentality I was just thinking.
They'll
I
cut
was
off
just
the
talking
way to
about.
Afterlife. The Talon offensive will be stopped cold.
So we split up.
Yes. Nyreen, lead the frontal assault. Shepard and I will meet you in the markets after we've taken care of those bombs.
Of course. But don't count on me building your memorials if you get yourselves killed.
I like it when you're feisty.
I mean,
The only route to the
bonk
central
Arya,
column
not
is
to-
through the
not Shepard.
tunnels.
Don't let them through. Just a little bit longer. Arya's here. Stay here. Cover your back. Watch out. Send reinforcements to the maintenance tunnels.
Okay. So like I was saying, it's clear what Cerberus is trying to do here is a pretty typical Cerberus tactic. It's the same one they were trying to do with the scientists. Right? Basically destroying what they can't take. If they can't take something, they're going to try and destroy it. And this is exactly the same mentality as I was talking about with that is a problem with the whole Wall Street bets thing. There we go. Because it's driven by envy.
Failure imminent.
Darn it.
Shutdown imminent.
It's that it's not about doing what is good for anyone. But it's about doing bad, harmful things to people you don't like, disagree with, or simply because you can't have something you don't want somebody else to. Right? Like I said, it's an outlook of envy, and I guess it's really the same thing that we see here. Like I said, with which is a very common tactic of Cerberus and the Elusive Man. And I know this isn't technically the Elusive Man's operation, but I'm assuming it's at least approved by the Elusive Man. I know it's Petrovsky and yada yada, all that, but there we go. Not that one.
Reinforcements!
okay. Like I said, it's unfortunately the same mentality, and it's a tragically common mentality, really. Crap. Is that it? It's a tragically common mentality that drives a lot of politics, sort of generally.
Extend the dam in the control room. That should get us across.
Okay, well, let's do that. Do we need it here? No. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Nyreen here. We've engaged Cerberus and cleared our first target. ETA to the Gozu district is on track.
Excellent.
Okay. Ammo, do I need it? I think it's maybe closely related to a weird political attitude that I've ah, crap. How about Lash? Error. If anybody starts seeing streaming discrepancies and jittery issues or something, please let me know. I'm seeing problems on YouTube's end. It might be... oh, crap. There we go. It might be bandwidth issues. It's possible. Uh-oh. I'm seeing buffering. Yeah, that's not good. I'm dropping frames, too. Dropping a lot of frames. Hold on a second. Error. Error. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Sorry about this. Okay, we're fine. Internet looks fine. Okay. No, we're back to excellent, so hopefully it was a temporary issue. If it comes back up, I'll see what I can do. Oh, hi.
Shepard,
Didn't
we need to
see
get
you
to
there.
the central column before Cerberus sets off those bombs.
All right. Anyway. So, like I was saying, it's this kind of envious attitude is very similar to a weird political attitude. I discussed it in my video on the Ring of Gyges on Republic 2. Second book of Plato's Republic, that is. Turn that off. Yeah.
Less resistance. I think they're sending forces your way.
Goody.
They're messing with the support columns. We have to stop them.
Whoa!
Over there. We can get to the bomb controls once
Anyway.
the access panels are open.
So, in that context, Plato talks about, in the character of Socrates, talks about the political arrangement as one of
Got it.
giving up our ability to harm other people in exchange for them giving up their ability to harm
Bombs
us.
just went. The console is locked. We'll have to manually disable them.
The idea is it's a trade-off, right? We would love to be able to hurt other
Take
people,
care of the bomb, Shepard.
but we
I'll
don't
handle
want them being able to hurt us. And so, instead of allowing people to hurt us, we give up the ability to hurt somebody else. We give up the ability to hurt and do injustice to other people in exchange for protection against them doing bad things to us. Because it's our ideal situation, like best case scenario is we can do whatever we want to anybody we want to do it to, and they can't do anything to us in turn. But a good trade-off, a reasonable trade-off for any person is something like a social contract, where people, right, we give up our ability to hurt other people so other people won't be able to hurt us, right? So nobody gets to hurt anybody. Uh-oh.
One to go.
Come on. There he is. There we go.
No buttons detected.
Ooh, there we go.
Get them all. Clear the room.
Okay. So, oops. This is what at least Plato saw as the sort of natural order of how politics sets up, right? We give up the ability to hurt other people in exchange for them not being
This
able to
way,
hurt
Shepard.
us. However,
Over here.
it seems like we
Here.
sort of do the opposite bargain in a lot of cases in modern politics, right? Politics, right, the political art, is the ability to exercise one's will over and against somebody else.
Over here.
It's, in other words, the ability and the exercise of violence against somebody else, implementing our will coercively.
Here.
And so democratic politics as we see it today is a kind of inversion of this, where instead of saying, well, I'm going to not aggress against other people so
Over
other
here.
people can't aggress against me, it's more like saying, I'm going to try and aggress against you, even at the risk that you'll aggress back against me
Here.
and hurt me, because I'm gonna roll the dice and hope I win. Right? Modern politics, in this sense, and at least in the way a lot of
Over
people
here.
see it, right? Coercive politics in the sort of statist sense, if you want, winds up being an inversion
Here.
and an undermining of anything like social contractarianism, social contract theory, or even just sort of the standard agreements of justice.
We're clear. Good. Nyreen, things are under control here. What's your situation?
We're advancing to the Gozu district.
I'll write this down, so I remember to put a link to this this video.
Move forward. Keep that flank covered.
Yes, boss.
We're holding our own, but Cerberus has started targeting the civilians. Reports that casualties are coming in from all sectors.
There we go.
Save those you can.
Ooh, the salmon
Head
jerky
for the
came in
rendezvous
today.
point.
Awesome.
We'll meet you there.
As of the moment, I
We'll do what we
don't
can.
actually have plans to be on
Irene out.
campus this week. Doing online this week.
So
I'll
how
keep you
exactly do we
posted
get to
next
Afterlife
time we'll
from
be
here?
around.
I'm thinking the straightforward approach for a change.
Breaking stuff is the straightforward approach. I like it. It's simple. I mean, not exactly long-term thinking, but whatever. It's probably fine. Okay, let's do it. Let me know how it is. I'm curious about salmon jerky. Have you tried it yet, or? It seems like it would be, like, salmon would, under normal circumstances, be too flaky. But that said, I've made smoked salmon, which is, I assume, how it's probably dried, like by smoking. And it's not. It works, so, I don't know, maybe. I would assume it would be too like flaky to be jerky under normal circumstances, unless it is like, you know, flaked and then compressed. That's also a way of making jerky. I could see maybe working. So let's go. Lost some people. Haven't tried it yet, Kylie says, but it looks pretty good in the vacuum sealed packaging. Cool. I'm curious. I'm genuinely very curious about such things.
Oh. As there are adjutants here. Track our progress and seal the rooms behind us.
Yes, Arya.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a pod.
With the civilian population contained,
They were making them, weren't they?
Looks like they bit off more than they could chew.
We should get a move on.
There was way more of this DLC than I was planning for. I was thinking we were right next to the final end boss, because I was thinking the thing with Nyreen in the force field thing is the end boss, but I guess not. A lot here left. Yeah, so it looks like we'll have to wait and see how deeply we get into Rannoch. Might be able to see like maybe the first mission of it. We'll see. What we got here? Just money. Nothing that's telling us what the hell is going on, unless that's probably this. Let's see.
with the civilian population contained, we should be ready to initiate the next phase of the project on schedule. Before host conversion, we should begin the process of fusing the control implants to the subject's nervous systems. With the current success ratio, we project being able to surpass demand by 300%. The first-generation adjutants have been transferred from the containment area and are being outfitted with the implants. The previous batches have been processed and moved to the storage area. We can now control when and where the adjutants convert their victims. Initial testing on various species provides ample proof the virus can adapt flawlessly, regardless of the host used.
That's Reaper Tech if I ever saw it.
With the civilian population contained, we should be ready to initiate the next phase of the project on schedule. Before host conversion, we should begin the process of fusing the control implants to the subject's nervous systems. With the current success ratio, we project being able to surpass demand by 300%.
I see.
Those idiots were experimenting on adjutants.
That explains the ones we saw earlier.
That also explains why they didn't, why they weren't transforming people and they were just slaughtering, why they were just slaughtering the Cerberus soldiers. Oh, awful. You know, nasty, disgusting human experiments. That's par for the course for Cerberus.
The doors only open one at a time.
Priority memo: test adjutants have escaped. They were rounded up and transferred to Central HQ's holding area post haste. Damage is to be avoided at all costs under penalty of severe combat pay deductions.
Makes sense considering what they had locked up in here.
Door's unlocked. Let's get out of here. That doorway leads to the Gozu district.
Look out!
Ooh. Oh.
Focus on the Atlas.
Oh, crap. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we need to level up. Sure. Yeah. Nothing. Okay. Up there. Alright, we should go up there just in case, see what's going on. Salvage, alright. Okay. I think it is it's a similar issue as well to this whole political thing. It's also again a similar issue to the question of
I liked it better when Morden Solis was here shooting up looters.
Morden is dead.
Pity. He was a very practical kind of Solarian.
Don't act like it wasn't personal in a way that we will find out about later. I need that kind of wink. Anyway, winking aside, it brings back up this issue of what are we actually doing here? Are we liberating Omega, or are we really just reconquering? I mean, what are Arya's intentions here?
Take out the turret!
This is going to be a problem. Really should move. She's not gonna. There. Okay.
We're almost there.
Yeah, so Arya is not exactly a benevolent ruler. She really is more of a tyrant, right? She rules clearly for her own sake. Oh, hey guys.
Irene is waiting for you two in the markets.
Clearly for her own sake, not for the sake of Omega, not for the sake of the people she is ruling over. And so we're just sort of exchanging one tyrant for another. It's just we're exchanging a really bad tyrant for a merely selfish tyrant, right? One with bad motives which are going to be destructive not only to herself and to the city, for lack of a better term, the station, I guess, but also for everyone else in the galaxy, right? Cerberus here is not only an oppressive ruler, but is a destructive ruler. They're going to be using Omega for bad ends. Arya is not going to be doing that. She's going to be helpful, still a tyrant, maybe less of a bad tyrant. It's the whole issue of sort of regime change. What do we do when it's a decision between, well, do we stay with the evil we know, or do we supplant it with somebody else that's probably bad too, but maybe not as bad and maybe helpful to us, at least in the short term, but again, probably not in the long term. Arya is probably not going to be very helpful to the Citadel Council in the long term. If there even is a long term, if we lose the war, or if we're cut off afterwards, or whatever. So, again, it's very, very complicated geopolitics. Because of course it is. Everything is.
If that Talon scout hadn't found us earlier, we'd be dead.
And here we go back to this, right? It's back to... It seems like Nyreen is the one, if anyone, who cares about the people of Omega. The people who live here and that make this their home and all that. Oh no, it's him.
Repent. Repent and restore your souls to glory before it is too late. This great station has fallen, and all within shall fall with it.
Okay. That's the guy who was talking... Oh, here you go.
Stains all within its path, and the only chance at redemption lies in the Word.
All right, yeah, so this is the guy who sees humanity as a blight on galactic purity. Bit of a cult leader. I don't know if it's actually a Batarian thing or if he's just crazy. He has his own weird little cult thing. It's hard to say.
We shouldn't be hiding back here. We should be out there fighting with them.
If you know how. Yeah, you should not be out there fighting if you're going to be doing more harm than good, if you're going to be needing to be defended instead of doing the fighting. Just from a pragmatic standpoint again.
Nyreen here. Something's not right.
Cerberus is still on my station. Of course something's not right.
Not what I was talking about. I'm checking this out. Going radio silent.
What the hell is she doing?
Maybe she should explain first. So we can try to figure it out too.
Where's Nyreen?
Scouting ahead. We've got our hands full holding this area.
She's going on to Afterlife.
We can't keep this up much longer.
They're retreating!
Ooh, he's got a paladin. What's the pistol we have?
That's it. Tell your boss I'm coming for him.
Maybe we should...
Enough!
Oh, jeez, okay. Do we need to do anything, or... I guess she's kind of got this.
Petrovsky dies. Now.
Wanna blast it open, or... Okay, I need to do the thing. Thought she was going to handle that, honestly.
Nyreen Kandros was a good soldier. It's a shame she had to die for your petty ambitions.
You're a dead man! No, wait! Now, Petrovsky.
Divide and conquer, Commander. Kandros killed the adjutants we hadn't finished experimenting on. These are fully under our control. The prototypes for our future army. Hold the perimeter. Keep Shepard away from those generators.
Oh, crap. This isn't gonna work. Where's that override? There it is. Okay, here we go.
Keep Shepard away from those generators.
You can't stop me so easily!
Hold the perimeter.
Out here.
You all!
Okay. On it. Crap. Okay. There we go. Okay, you good? Okay, she's good. This is good news. Alright, alright.
Surrender.
Oh. Okay. Got him. All right then. Well, he's. Oh, there it goes.
Cease and desist all aggression. It's over.
Wow. That's a surprisingly graceful surrender.
Commander Shepard, I surrender myself into your custody.
That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard.
Shepard, I'm unarmed, and I can give the Alliance intel on the elusive man.
You'll say anything to save your skin.
I let you escape, Omega. I deserve mercy.
Is this true, Arya? Yes. Cerberus had successfully taken the station and he let me go. Do you feel that, Oleg? That's death. Only inches away. Remember this feeling. I'm letting you live. For my partner and for the war against your master. You better cooperate. Take him, Shepard. You and your alliance can decide his fate. Just get this filth off my station.
Commander, glad to see you've had a calming effect on Ms. T'Loak. I tried talking sense into her one time. I look forward to hearing how you pulled it off.
Don't assume you know where this is going.
What? From what I understand, high-ranking Alliance POWs lead fairly comfortable lives. Who knows? You and I may even become friends.
That's not happening. Bray, get him.
Kinda wanted to shoot him. Really kinda wanted to shoot him. But, intel. From a practical standpoint. Intel. Yes, also unarmed prisoner. I don't think he was a threat at the moment. He doesn't seem to be. So.
I've been waiting to kill that man for months. Walk around with you for a few hours and I go all soft. You're like a disease. This victory came at a cost, Arya. It's not soft to recognize that. You sound like someone trying to sell something. I admire your tenacity. And thanks to you, I have Omega back. So what's your plan? There's a lot to rebuild. Starting with this command center. It may take some time to remove the general stink from my throne.
I mean, this was her, like, nightclub throne. This was her nightclub throne that has been a little bit, I guess you could say defiled, or just, you know, converted. Whichever. Also, it's actually chilly. I'm, as you noticed, I'm wearing a robe, a nice, soft, fluffy robe to stream, because I got the window open, and it's, you know, in the 50s, or maybe even 40s by now. I'm gonna look.
The citizens of Omega have been through a lot, Arya. Try to remember that. How can I forget? There are reminders everywhere I look.
44 degrees out. I buy it. I love it.
And don't worry. I'll honor our arrangement. Troops, ships, and a mountain of Ezo. You earned it. Then I'll be going.
Nice.
Bray will take you back. I have a station to whip into shape.
The nice s'mores flavored coffee is a nice addition to the cool
Citizens
winter
of
night.
Omega, hear me. I,
Arya T'Loak, have given you back your lives.
my rule is reignited. My hand is on the controls once more, and I will not let go again.
Each of you owes a debt. Gain my favor by rounding up the remaining
Cerberus invaders and we will cast them from our home. Then bury and mourn our dead.
My methods haven't always been popular, and I can't promise that will change.
But securing this station and everyone inside it is now my primary purpose. No one will imprison us again.
We may be bruised. We may be bloodied.
But we are Omega.
You always get these crap details, Bray?
Not this time. You got a galaxy to save. Let's get you off this rock.
There we go. Turn off the Cerberus logo. Bring back the strippers. Jesus. Oh god. There is something to like and admire about Arya. You know, there about if only the sort of anti-establishmentarianism, I guess, that she has.
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
All right, let's go check that out. But it does seem like that is overall for the better. She may have been, running Omega for her own sake, but she is, at least as far as I can tell, fairly hands-off about it in a... Oh my god, did we steal his chess set? We stole his chess set. Oh, love it. That's great. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Alright, let's see. In there... Liara. Interesting. The latest information shows that the Hourglass Nebula is coming to Reaper attack. Still have a large amount of support staff currently stationed on a facility on Elingon. You're vital in my operations and assisting in collecting data for the Crucible, magnetic storms. Okay, yeah, let's check that out. A memento from Arya. Shepard, I had Petrovsky's chessboard sent to the Normandy. Just doesn't go with the new decor I had planned for Afterlife. Great. Jacob, Citadel meetup. Cool. Hey Shepard, this Crucible project is intense. Bryn and the others are on it around the clock. Pretty soon I'll have to make a run to the Citadel to pick up some equipment at the hospital. You got some time? Want to meet me there? Things are so crazy on Gelix, it'd be good to see you in a quieter place, Hope to see you around, Jacob. All right. Samara. Shepard, I've just finished my business on Lessus. I would offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire. Will you do your essential work? I will do my best to help hold the front. Before I depart, I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it does not interfere with your duties, come find me there, Samara. From Bryn Cole. Thank you again for all you did to get our group out of that facility on Galix. Admiral Hackett is an amazing man. It's a privilege to work under him. The construction of the Crucible is presenting its challenges, but my team and I are determined to crack its mysteries. Although I never really rely on luck, in this instance I fear we may need a little. Stay safe, Commander. I hope our paths cross again. Alright, so stuff to do in the Hourglass Nebula on Elingon. Let's go there first. Then to... the Citadel. Okay. I didn't want to do that. Equipment. This is true. Wait, what? What happened to our previous or old med tech? Let's go with Sedana Valera, biotic specialist. Sure. That's weird. Oh, we have an extra one. Okay, we have an extra. Medical crew. That's it. All right. Add Saeed. Heck yeah. Oh wait. Instead of Kasumi. Yeah, that's fine. I can Zaid. I want to drag Zaid around with us. He's awesome. Okay. Just got the one. Alright. Let's upgrade their powers and abilities and stuff while we're at it. Wait. Yeah, let's upgrade this all the way for that so we can get an electrical concussive shot. Damage frozen targets. Yeah. Then. Yeah. Disruptor. Inferno grenade is great. Big old area of explosion. Damage. Armor, yeah. Passive. And damage. Sniper rifle. Squad mate weapon damage. And carnage. Damage. Knockdown. What about Jack? Let's do our passives. Recharge. Force. Squad mate recharge. Pull. Impact rates. Meh. Warp. Combo explosions. Damage duration. Extra damage and weakening. Pull. Increase all damage to lifted targets. There we go. Cool. That's everybody. Looks good. He has to stick with his Avenger. It's his baby. Let's give him a better sniper rifle, huh? Widow. The Avenger's awful, but whatever. Okay. Alright. That's all we do here. That'll do us. Head back to the Citadel real quick to meet with some people before we move on. Actually, let's do the thing for Liara first in the Hourglass Nebula. Let's do that, then we'll go back to the Citadel. I know we're already here, but whatever. Ping pong, ping pong. What's that? Okay. Hourglass. Alright, let's see. Is it here?
I found something.
No. Let's see. Former Garden World. Credits. Okay, cool. This guy here. Check Platari. Don't actually know where I'm supposed to be going. Man, this is a pretty nebula.
Signal confirmed.
Zenathu, that's not it. Is it? Another post-Garden World. Alright. Terminus freighters. Nice. Alright, that's everything here. Fun. Sowillo and Faryar. Sowillo? This place. Alright.
Commander, Liara thought we might find something for the Crucible here.
Oh, Hagelos. Oh, this is where the Shadow Broker used to be. It's where the ship still is. The remains of the ship, at least. Yeah, Shadow Broker ship tech. Look at that. Ping everything real quick. Any moment, Reapers. Aha! Fuel. Get out of here.
Faster than light jumps.
Alright, keep going on. Keep moving on. So was there anything else that that you guys wanted me to talk about, or that I should still talk about that I either started to, or mentioned, or anything like that? Allengun, here we go. Here's where we were going. Okay. Is there anything else? There we go. Cool. Now let's get out of here. If there's anything else that I was gonna talk about, or mentioned and then dropped, because I do that sometimes, let me know. Go back over it. Circle back to that, as the saying now goes. Not familiar with what I'm referring to. It's actually, this is funny enough. This is an example I used in class when I was talking about logic and fallacies last week. I'm going to be picking back up this week. It's funny. This has become a new trend with the new administration's press secretary, Saki.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground
Not sure how it's supposed to be
transport?
pronounced.
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
But that is it's something that she does quite a lot, which is sort of dodging questions, and now either expertly dodging them by bringing up some other additional topic, and giving a sort of non-answer like we're used to from the press corps, from White House press secretaries, or alternatively giving even less of an answer, which is this new thing of saying that is a good question, I will circle back to it, and then just moving straight on, which is just fascinating. It's incredible that she manages to get away with that with such regularity. All right, embassies. We can talk to Samara. Huerta. We can talk to Jacob, and some doctor needs to talk to us. Arya is still here, which is weird. She should not be here, but whatever. All right, Miranda. Miranda? That's weird. All right, well, everywhere. Let's just go everywhere in order.
One moment, please.
Okay. Ellie says, I chose a topic for my abnormal psych class today, nightmare disorder. I can assume I know what that means, but I don't want to jump to any undue conclusions.
Emergency civilian housing.
I assume it has something to do with overly disturbing night terrors that cause insomnia or something, or I'm just guessing on that. Uh-oh, it's these two again.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting.
Waiting?
Oh.
Waiting for who?
Look for my parents.
Oh, it started over. Okay. This absolutely horrible exchange started over. Anything in here I actually have to get? It's all shotgun stuff. Heavy stuff. No. It's restriction. Oh, okay. Here's Aid.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk? Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
So how close was I on the nightmare disorder? What that means?
Hey, I've assumed full control of Eclipse. Committed to moving forward with Arya.
Good. Okay. Still want that Shepard VI.
Mm-hmm. I believe those were my credits.
Alright, nothing. Cool. Next.
Major Kaden Alenko, the second human Spectre, assisted Commander Shepard in preventing Cerberus forces from killing the
Here's Caden getting some credit. Nice. Credit we're due. Absolutely due. Alright, embassies. Oh, okay. Kylie says it's recurrent dreams about trauma, basically. Okay. So it's basically a manifestation of other. So is it like a symptom then, or is it its own independent disorder, or is there a line between those things? Because that's actually something that I've never been too clear on in terms of clinical psychology. If there's a very strong line between a symptom of a disorder and something which is a disorder or a disruption or whatever in and of itself. I don't know how clinical psychology categorizes those things.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
Gotta love the dedication of that, and it's the sort of setting up an end, sort of all-encompassing end that gives meaning to struggle and to strife and to difficulty and to the mission. You know, I like that. I really like that. Kylie says, I haven't read that far into it yet, but one of my articles is about nightmare frequency within people who have ADHD. Huh, neat. Interesting. I don't know enough, again, clinically at least, I don't know enough about ADHD, aside from the fact that I probably had it as a child, or, I was a young boy as a child, that too, which have a lot of overlap, unfortunately. That's maybe a side issue. But I'm wondering how that would affect one another, what ADHD has to do with the subconscious. Which, dreams and whatnot. Interesting, definitely interesting. Yeah, and I of course, again, in terms of ADHD, I also have my own qualms about it's what I strongly suspect to be sort of overdiagnosis based on pathologization of childhood, let's say. Like, if I'm fairly certain that, Saoirse probably fits several diagnostic criteria for ADHD under ordinary circumstances, but she's also like 2.5, like almost 3, and that's how small children are. It's especially I find again based on what I read and based on my own experience and memory, it's a very common problem in especially public schools in the sort of Prussian education system where young kids are expected to sit perfectly still and do their perfectly still thing for extended periods of time, particularly now with all of the insanity surrounding lockdown restrictions and things, to the point where they essentially have no interpersonal interaction, which is, I shudder to think of the long-term impact of a generation of young people. I mean, I even see it in college. It's insane. Like, there's a rampant mental health crisis for especially young people. The younger you get, the worse it gets. But, you know, for people who are already at risk, right, the age group of, you know, that 18 to 24-year-old age group that is college students who are already at risk for mental health problems, like the kind of isolation that we're putting them through is wildly dangerous.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Badass.
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
To be fair, I had a lot of help both times. Once from a Thresher Maw.
Will Falair be alright in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire soon enough.
Oof. Riley says, y'all, I have sad news. I may need to go to bed early. I just saw on D2L I have 2 quizzes tomorrow. Night, everyone. Love the live stream. Can't wait for the next one. Likewise, get some sleep. Best of luck on both of those. Yeah, in terms of my own classes, again, this is maybe tooting my own horn with respect to these things, but I try very, very, very hard to be as flexible as I can with scheduling like that, as far as quizzes and such. I got a quiz due this Friday for my classes, but it's due any time between the beginning of the semester and this Friday on the material that we were going over last week, going back over some of this week. So it's there's a lot of time to do it sort of whenever. I am not a fan of quizzes that need to be done in a restrictive amount of time in a restrictive way. If you can't write a quiz that is still a challenge at home, doing it on your own without obscene kinds of restrictions like Proctorio style stuff, good lord, that's evil. If you can't design a quiz that can't be still challenging and a proper assessment under whatever circumstances, you need to try harder to make a good quiz, not try harder to impose restrictions. It's a different approach to, I guess it's a different approach to assessment, to pedagogy in general, but man, oh man. Erica says, Vince, I don't think you saw, but someone in the D&D group was saying that Soul Knife Rogue was underwhelming. I was surprised at how stupid people could be. No, I didn't see that. It's absurd.
Commander Shepard found some encryption algorithms. The team is expecting results soon now.
Erica continues, they said it was awful because your Psy Blades never did more than a D6 damage. Okay, that's true. But you always have them, and you can use normal weapons if you really want to. Like, if you want to use... if you want to use a sword that deals more damage, you can do that. Or just use your Psy Blade. Neat note on the Psy Blades, if I'm reading it correctly, you don't have to have a hand available. If you just need to use psychic damage and you have a sword in your hand, you can just go... As I understand it. Again, I could be a little mistaken on that, but as I understand it, it doesn't look like you even need... it doesn't look to me like you even need a free hand. Yeah, no, it's not awful. It is, as best I can find, it is one of the better rogue subclasses. Do I need those? I probably don't, honestly. I don't want to waste my money on them. It's... Arcane Trickster still probably tops the list. but only for its versatility in that you could build an arcane trickster to do damn well whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, it is no, Soul Knife is very good, especially from how you're playing it. It works very, very well. Erica says you're literally always armed, like you're a monk at that point, except with sneak attack, and you can attack at range, quite a range, 60-foot range. You can't be You can be disarmed and just like shank them anyway. Exactly, yeah. So you can have a weapon, you can lose it, and you can still fight just as effectively. Yeah, I can't find a problem with the Soul Knife. Oh no, it only does d6 damage. Well, d6 plus dexterity. and I mean, so it's not like spell damage. It's not like a cantrip. And you can sneak attack with it, and it's psychic damage, which is hard to resist damage type. And you can still use weapons. Erica also adds telepathy with your team for 1d6 hours at level 3 up to 4 times. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now, be careful with the up to 4 times, because that means the dice that you have are multi-purpose, so you can only use them for one thing or another thing or another thing. So it's 1 time plus more. 1 free time plus a bunch more. And yeah, that's at level 3. Yeah, no, it's very good. It's a very good class from what I'm seeing. Also, and another, I mean, I keep seeing that Thief, the rogue subclass, the sort of default rogue subclass Thief, gets talked down about a lot. Saying, oh, it's boring, it doesn't really add anything to the base rogue class, it doesn't do much. That's nonsense. Especially seeing you, Erica, playing a Thief in our other game, it's really, really good. It's actually really good. Yes, fine. I guess you could probably build an arcane trickster that could do most of that, but not all of it. And you would be building an arcane trickster to do that in particular, and not doing it better, doing it the same, if anything, and using spell slots for it, so in a limited capacity. So, nah, not really. Not really. Like the whole second story work thing, yes, fine, an arcane trickster can take spider climb, but that's a 2nd level spell. You're an offcaster. That's really rough. That's really limited. I don't know. It's I think the sort of common thought on rogues in the D&D world, in the community, is a little off. They tend to underestimate the usefulness of a lot of classes. Yeah, and use magic device. Yeah, Erica says any magic item, no matter the prerequisite, that's absolutely incredible. That is incredible. There are a lot of requires attunement by a blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, that's really good. It comes online late, but it's still really, really good. Anyway, Private Talavi is requested transfer to a unit actively engaged against Reaper hostiles. Note from Sergeant Alembe says that Private Talavi is an exceptional engineer, recommending her for duty on a team set to sabotage Reaper processing centers. Vector authorization would fast-track this request. Okay, this was in the docs, the two talking about this. The reason that she wants this transfer is because I think she has a brother. I think it's a brother who was with Cerberus. So she doesn't want to be fighting Cerberus anymore. I get that, understandably. So, yeah, authorized. Yeah, Erica says level 14, I think. Yeah, I think so too. Something like that. She says, I don't remember. I'm not getting that far, probably. Yeah, it's around there. I don't remember if it's exactly 14, but it's in that zone. 13, 14. It is a really, really good, third tier ability. High level, but not epic level kind of thing. It's very, very good. Should not be discounted. See, what the heck Arya is doing back here? That's really weird. Why is she not on Omega? Or is she, and the map is just kind of lying? That's also possible.
Now arriving at ward level purgatory.
Anyhow, enough about my armor. Let's find the gang and celebrate while I'm still here. Where'd you park?
Alright. She is here. Weird. Alright.
I recovered some text from a library in Reaper-controlled space.
Hey.
I can have them waiting for you at Bay D24 if that would help.
Really? Oh, damn. It couldn't hurt. Thank you.
Nice.
Maybe those tests will help me remember.
What are you doing here?
It seems the galaxy can't keep us apart. Since we took back Omega, I've been consolidating my resources for the war. It's a little easier to coordinate from here.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I'll be slumming it on the Citadel for the time being. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when you're ready for them. Is there anything on your mind?
What about Omega?
How's the rebuilding going on Omega? People understand the first order of business is shoring up defenses. No one wants another invasion. So they're enduring valiantly, not that they have a choice. Once again, I am Omega.
We'll talk later.
I'm sure.
Let's see what else we got. There's Joker and 80.
I always thought this place would be cool if it didn't involve so much walking.
If you're in pain, I could carry you.
Pass.
I mean, that's what you're here for, legally speaking. Okay.
What the hell's your problem?
I'm not skinning the Alliance.
Since when are you so chummy with old folks?
Screw you. You've been watching the news?
Sure.
Know what's happening to Earth while we're sitting here?
Calm down already.
Alright. Give me one moment. I will leave us here. I'm going to be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Restroom break. And we're back. You turn me back on. Hello. There we go. All right, cool. Let's keep on going. All right. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see. I thought there was something for this L core here at some point or another, but maybe not. All right. Huerta, let's go see Jacob and a doctor. Not for us, I assume, but we found something that they will find useful. Forget what. All right.
Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
There's James. Let's see if there's anything to buy real quick.
Welcome to Certa.
There is. Awesome. 23,000. Oh my god. All right. Okay.
Hey, Shepard. I'm glad to see you. I know things are crazy right now.
Exactly. So you have to take the moments when you can. What's going on with the Crucible?
That project is crazy. Freaking huge. And all these brilliant minds are working night and day trying to figure it out. I wish you could see them. Heads down, piecing it together. It's something to see. We'll get this Crucible built, Shepard. And then, we'll win this thing. I feel it. Do you feel it?
Yeah, sure. I feel it. And I'm counting on you and everyone there. Get it done.
She did not sound convinced when she said that. Oh, dude, no. Shepard. Have a little faith, Shepard. Just gotta have faith. Oh, man. I know, despite being done with Red Dead, still gotta have faith, Shepard. Alright, how's Dr. Cole?
It was interesting to meet Bryn. How is she?
She's great, actually. It's good to see her work without the distraction of having to worry about the colony.
And you and her?
We're having a baby, Shepard.
Wow. Congratulations.
Wasn't exactly planned, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be a better father than mine was. Do the whole thing right. It's,
One more thing to fight for.
You got that right. Bryn wants to name it after you.
Really?
Yeah. Shepard.
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk her out of it. No offense.
That's probably for the
None
best.
taken.
Probably for the best.
Good.
I feel bad about what I wrote in for him in our Mass Effect tabletop campaign. So if you don't remember, if you don't know, we took the destroy ending, and essentially part of what that means is that contact is cut off from different parts of the galaxy because the mass relays are no longer functional after the end of this game. So our game took place 10 years later, and there are different parts of the galaxy trying to reestablish contact, communication, and travel to one another. Dr. Cole, or Bryn, his girlfriend / baby mama, which is an unfortunate turn of phrase, but it fits here, unfortunately, is with the Crucible scientists at or around Eden Prime in the Exodus cluster, which is where the Crucible deployed from to get to Earth. So, of course, naturally, she stayed behind. We find out that Jacob goes to Earth to help with the fight, and then contact gets cut off. For at least 10 years in our version. Might be longer than that, who knows. So, he's going to be a better non-absent father after 10 years. I really, really feel bad for that, but that is very clearly how it would have to shake out. And, you know, it's poetic in a really tragic sort of way. A really, really tragic sort of way.
So what's going on with you? You still like what you're doing?
Things are good. I'm good.
Still not tempted to come back to the Normandy?
Always tempted, Shepard. But no.
So, you working on the Crucible?
Don't get me wrong. I'm smart. but not that smart. Hackett keeps me busy, though.
How's he doing?
Holding up. If they make old guys any tougher than that, I'd like to see it.
He's not that old in Mass Effect terms. He's like in his 60s.
I'm glad we had time to talk.
Me too. Gotta take the moments when you can. So true. And Shepard, thanks again for getting my people out alive.
Take care, Jacob.
You too, Shepard. I'm thinking about you out there. Stay safe.
Yeah, life expectancy at this point in history is supposed to be like, for humans, supposed to be like 150. Hackett's like 60-something. It's not that old. I mean, he looks like death, but I assume that's a whole, like, stress of command thing. Where am I supposed to find this doctor? Examination room. Okay, back there. Oh, it's the Turian poison, isn't it? From the ex-Cerberus scientists. There we go.
I overheard what you said. I found this at a Cerberus station. A poison tailored to Turians.
Let me see. Yes, I think this is it. With these schematics, we should be able to come up with an antidote. Thank you. The General might pull through because of this.
Awesome. Alright. Let's head out. To the marketplace.
Spectre status. One moment, please.
Alright. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for writing that in for Jacob, but I mean, first of all, it fits how we leave off both characters. It does actually fit. It makes sense. It is where both characters would be logically. And okay, fine. It's sort of poetic. Fair enough. It makes sense from a sort of storytelling standpoint as well. But it sucks. It really does. It's not very nice fate. Oh, Zeus Hope hit by Reaper forces. We helped them last time. That's on Pharos. Miranda's here, I think. Yep.
I got your message, Miranda. Is this about your sister?
Shepard, I need access to Alliance resources. I can't say any more. You'll just have to trust me.
I don't like secrets, Miranda. Just tell me what's going on.
I can't, Shepard. If that's a problem, I'll go.
Don't. Trust is a little hard to come by right now.
Of course.
Fine. This better not bite the entire galaxy in the ass, but fine.
You'll have your access, Miranda, but I don't like this.
I know, and thank you. It means a lot.
That's not the only thing you wanted to talk about, is it?
No. I need to tell you something. Confess, really. It's been eating away at me.
Confess?
When I headed the Lazarus Project to rebuild you, I wanted to implant a control chip in you as a safeguard. But the elusive man stopped me.
Sounds like it would have saved him a lot of trouble.
Maybe. He didn't want to interfere with who you truly were. Something that just obeyed orders. He wanted Commander Shepard. Installing the chip might have ruined you.
I understand why you wanted to. I was a complete unknown.
I've never had to deal with that many black boxes on a project. I felt blind.
Why bring that up now?
I fought against my father and his need to run every aspect of my life. He wanted total control over me, right down to my bloody DNA. After I got out of there, I couldn't stand by and let it happen to my sister. I risked my life to get her away from all that. Yet I didn't give a second thought to destroying your free will when I had the power.
This is what's been bothering you?
Yes.
Miranda, I lost 2 years of my life. You gave me back the rest of it. You could have changed me in 1,000 different ways. But you didn't. I don't know how, but you brought me back.
Thanks. But with so much being uncertain, I just wanted you to know I always regretted wanting that chip.
Yeah, so even if it weren't used, this does bring up questions of free will, right? Are you free to make a choice if are you free to make a choice if you're unable to make the opposite choice? In other words, if you made the other choice, then that other choice would be prevented. Are you still free to choose the thing that you in fact choose? The stock analogy for this is, suppose that you are in a room. You go in voluntarily. You are content. You're hanging out. You want to stay in the room. You stay in there for several hours, and then you decide to leave, only to find out that the door has been locked the whole time. Were you in the room voluntarily the whole time? Or were you... Oh yes, booty cam shot. Yes, obviously. It's Miranda. What do you expect? Are you in the room voluntarily with the Are you in the room voluntarily, or are you not free to leave because the room is locked? Right. This is a really, really contentious question in sort of action theory, the philosophy of free will and determinism. The sort of preferred answer just generally is that no, you were not voluntarily staying in the room. Even if you chose to be, you had no alternative unbeknownst to you. If you had tried to choose otherwise, it would not have worked. You could not have chosen otherwise, and so you couldn't have chosen to stay, right? It's similar to put it in a more practical applied level. If there's no option to say no, then there is no meaningful way in which you can give consent. Put this in, say, the most common today would be put this in sexual terms, right? If there is a sufficiently significant power dynamic going on, right, such that you could not or would be prevented from or punished for saying no, then saying yes seems to be impossible from an action theory standpoint, right? Giving thorough consent seems to be impossible. Excuse me. You can apply this to other areas as well, right? Political, right? In terms of political rights, right? We say that we like to say that democratic governance is justified by the consent of the governed. However, if there is no effective means for withdrawing that consent, then even if you do, actively consent, if there is no effective means of withdrawing that consent, it doesn't seem like that consent can be freely given, right? It's the same problem we have here with Shepard's sort of what would be the control chip. Right? Let's see if I can find something about the consent to the governed thing, because that's probably the most relevant of these, which relevantly similar. And I'm thinking there's something like this in that what's it called, the Politically Incorrect Guide cartoon series that Tom Woods and Michael Malice are doing. I think there was something in the like last week's episode of that on the Constitution. There was something about this, I think. I'll see if there was. If not, I'll see if I can put something in the description about this topic, because it's a very interesting one. It's very relevant to this issue, right? The other one as well is the other go-to example of this as well. Also, this one from science fiction would be the control chips in the clone troopers in Star Wars, right? The that sort of forced them to follow Order 66, the execution of their Jedi compatriots, where of course they didn't voluntarily do so, but they were also not voluntarily obedient. They didn't because there was no alternative. There was no way of going otherwise, even if they didn't know that. And even the ones who maybe would have chosen to follow the order voluntarily, it can't be said that they did, because there was no alternative. There's no way they could have done otherwise. Which is why you see in both in new canon stuff, especially dealing with ex-clone troopers, retired clone troopers, a lot of them couldn't deal with the the sort of existential stress of having their will just sort of overwritten like this, and then also the sort of the horror and of betraying and murdering the people they had become so close to. The Jedi generals, who in a lot of cases were the only people who actually cared about them and treated them like persons. A lot of them couldn't handle that and wound up ending their own lives for it. Which really, if you think about that, that is, it's fully understandable in circumstances like that. Especially considering that these are literally child soldiers. Like, the oldest clones at the time of the end of the Clone Wars were Clone Wars lasted 3 years. It was 10 years at the beginning, so they were 13 years old. The oldest of the clones. Horrifying. Yay! I'm playing a former clone trooper in another tabletop RPG right now, so I've had to think through a lot of this stuff again, which is very relevant to Miranda's issue here with Shepard. Anyway.
You can't keep beating yourself up over the past.
I usually don't. But this was important.
Some things you just don't have control over.
Guess my fancy genetics can't help me there.
No, they can't.
Okay. I hate to say it, but I should get moving. Thanks for understanding, Shepard.
Of course. And Miranda, this thing you have to do. Good luck.
Don't worry, Shepard. I always have a plan.
And Kylie, if you do come back and watch this, I know you had to go to bed for this time, but if you come back and rewatch this, I don't think I spoiled anything for the Clone Wars. I think if you've seen the episode 3, if you've seen Revenge of the Sith, you know about Order 66, but a lot of it is covered really, really well in the last 2 seasons of the Clone Wars. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for in that season 6 and 7, if and when you get to that. And anybody who hasn't seen the Clone Wars, I so highly recommend it, especially the end, the last few arcs of it. Incredible for a lot of these kinds of issues. Erica says, "Cool, glad we don't have to talk to Miss Forehead anymore." Listen, she's genetically perfect, okay? She definitely doesn't have a 5 head or buck teeth, right?
P-O-R-A-E. No, I realize you can't tell me where she was deployed.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
Another one of these.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weaponry.
Sniper rifle, thermal. No.
For the best in the business, come to Casa.
Maybe I should get this. This is pretty nice. Get that.
All goods have been marked down with our special Casa Fabrication Weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Thank you for shopping at Nosastra.
Why is the collector armor at the sporting goods store?
Welcome to Cipertine Armory.
It's like the equivalent of a Bass Pro Shop. Having armor made from mutated ancient aliens. It's effed up, man. Oh, God. Alright. No, nothing. Nothing I need. Anything Liara has to say?
Hello, Shepard.
Nope. Okay, that's it. But yeah, I mean, look, Miranda is let's say a well put together, if you will. But with the amount they talk about how like she's genetically perfect and engineered to be perfect in every way and all that, I feel like it's overdone to the point where it's sort of accentuating her flaws, which is I think that's kind of the problem and why she's easy to make fun of. It's not because there's anything actually wrong with her, really.
She's gonna have a hard time recruiting now.
It's just that, you know, if she's so perfect, she should be way more
Commander.
perfect than she looks.
How's the ship running, Edie? I am updating the cyber warfare suite around our Reaper IFF. It should resemble Reaper code exactly.
Okay, cool. So that means so the problem with the last time with the Reaper IFF giving off a signal to the collectors and presumably then also the Reapers, hopefully that won't happen this time. Fingers crossed. Let's check in on the Liara's Shatterbroker terminal before we move on. Jeez, it's 11. All right, we will start Rannoch. Promise. We got an hour. We can do it. We can do at least one mission. Either one mission or at least the diplomatic, the talky stuff.
Say that
we should
again.
be able to do the first
The population
mission.
of the colony world of Tyvor has been killed.
I don't understand. The Reapers have been taking people alive.
It was self-inflicted. When Reaper forces invaded, Tyvor's colonists detonated nuclear weapons inside their cities.
Goddess.
Their deaths would have been instantaneous, Doctor.
Thank you, Glyph. That'll be all.
It's an entire colony suicide bombing, which is horrifying, but again, well, it depends on how we put it. Is it the targeting of civilians, one's own civilians, or is it extreme collateral damage? It seems like it might be just extreme collateral damage. Do we need ammo capacity? Not really. We need thermal clip capacity. I have small clips for my really nice guns. I don't run out of ammo. Weapon damage. Allies electronic signature. Can be used once before security protocols realize it's been activated by someone else. Either open elite training facilities for reconditioning soldiers, or, on behalf of the Asari Embassy, grant someone discount on all Citadel stores. Ah. Power damage, or store discount. Let's go with store discount. We can always use a good store discount. Always use a good store discount. Anything new here? Yeah. From Jacob to Bryn. Yay, let's read personal emails. I miss you, Bryn, but I'm glad you're back there. Fighting's going to get tough when we push out with the Crucible. I've gotten the cold shoulder from people who I know used to work for Cerberus. Can't say I blame them, especially after what happened on the Citadel. Been able to teach other soldiers how Cerberus fights, though. They may be wearing new equipment, but I know their tactics. I love you, Bryn. Take care of yourself. From Classified Alliance project staff. Looking for solutions, synchronizing Crucible's energy bursts. You could improve things. We'll need these materials for it. Okay. All right. So tech stuff.
Thanks for coming by.
Technobabble. Ooh. All right. Who's in here? Caden's over here. Let's see if Caden has anything new to say before we continue on along.
Hey, Shepard.
Hey, Caden. Good talk. All right. Let's go. What can we do here? Just want to stop by on the way. I'm not delaying more. I'm a little bit. Can I actually land? I'm curious. Nope. And think so. But never know. Okay. Far rim.
Signal confirmed.
Wreckage field. Vast field of wreckage floats near Charon. Metallic debris glinting in the red light of Dolan. Huge battle appears to have taken place. Fleet was 5,000 to 10,000 ships. Jesus. Geth could not or did not see their enemy return fire. Ooh. Okay, so they completely wiped out a Geth fleet here. That's quite something. Let's see. Let's do it.
Commander Shepard, a pleasure to see you again, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
I'd hoped for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
Hey, I think that's Morrigan. If you're also watching on Thursdays. No, I know about your history. You're just idiots.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective.
Hooray.
Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win, we're...
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here. A Geth dreadnought. It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
The Normandy's stealth drive can get us in undetected.
I love the little leggies.
I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes, cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Why isn't WizKid in here?
Reporting for duty.
Best girl's
Glad
back.
You could make it, Tali. Admirals, already a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Erica, boop him in the chat.
Admiral?
Admiral Best Girl is back.
I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
You've had your own troubles. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So why help them?
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here safely, Tali.
Thanks, Shepard. And just so you know, I need to keep things strictly business in front of the admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
Sure thing.
I'm ready to hit that dreadnought whenever you are.
All right. It's not here. It's there. Ping. Migrant fleet. Geth debris field. Geth dreadnought and Rannoch. Let's go talk to Tali first. We're up in their quarters, I guess. Wait. Guards.
Tali, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment. Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
You're doing everything you can. If the fleet falls, it won't be because of you.
I helped my father and Zen's ideas, the new tech that made an invasion too good to pass up, that's based on my father's work. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tali.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
She's got some hardcore
and
imposter
at least
syndrome.
now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better. That probably sounds stupid. It's just, I know I'm not really qualified for this.
You're doing fine, Tally. And thanks.
I should get back before the admirals get into trouble again. I'll talk to you later.
I mean, she's like 20. So yeah, that's understandable that she's having issues with this. Who do we want to add on our auxiliary crew? Yeah, let's get rid of Ruval, right? Nah, we're fine. If we want to bring anybody, it should be, well, Zaid and... Let's take Kasumi and Zaid. The others will be on standby. Okay, cool. I shouldn't probably need them or should bring them on the major missions, but side things maybe. All right, let's do it. Okay, Doc. So we're bringing Tally. I like the gold. Let's go with the gold. It's really cool. And Caden? Garrus. Caden or Garrus? Let's go with Gary. Let's go with Garrus. Yeah. Especially against Geth. Seems right. Tempted to bring Caden. That'll do. Yeah, no, I like our setup here. I don't like this setup though. Let's just go with the Paladin because it's a really good gun. Actually, no, she needs something with quicker rate of fire here. He likes. Well, you said Caden now. Darn it. Can I go back? No, darn it. I will reload. I will restart the mission. If you really insist, I will bring Caden. Hold on.
We're approaching the Quarian home system. ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
I don't want to screw this up. Hold on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to exit and re-enter. It auto-saves, so we'll do it this way. You should have been quicker about it, man. Should have been quicker. And now you say Garrus is cool too, though. Okay, well, great. Thanks. Oh, they have cool dialogue. Garrus and Tally have good dialogue. Oh, okay, well, maybe I'll do Garrus and Tally then. Oh my god. Max, why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? All right, we're resetting. We're good. We're almost back. It's opening. I hope. All right, there we go. Yeah. There we go. We're back in. Caden also has special dialogue with Shepard. Okay. All right. So yeah, I like that. That's what I needed to hear. Okay. Okay, let's go to load. So it does the thing. Because I've seen the dialogue with Caden, or with Garrus and Tally. Which one's more recent? Oh, they're exactly the same time. Alright, so let's do the autosave. I hope this lets me. What? Oh! Hello, space. Oops. Oops. Wow. All right, here we go. Caden. I just heard Erica laugh in the other room. Listen. Well, that was interesting. That was very interesting. Oh boy. All right, Hallie, you need that. Let's go with phalanx. It'll be fine. Oh my god. Powers. It's just all powers. Okay. Yeah. Whew. Yep, I died. I sure did. Where's the Rieger carbine? Yeah, Rieger carbine. Heck yeah. No. Yeah. Or just 17.5. Oh, and punctures. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Where's the smart choke? Oh, look. Shredder. No. It's the smart choke. Do I just not have it? Huh. Weird. Alright, let's just go with the, Oh, there it is. Smart choke. I'm just an idiot. Got it. Shepard being a spacer, literally. Yeah, oops. That was fun. My bad. Well, that was fun. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's switch from the Acolyte, yeah? Isn't it Warp Bomb? Oh, it works on shields, too. Alright, that's fine. Cool. Doesn't need that, though, really. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, cool. Okay. Ring Blast. Radius. Movement speed. Ooh, that's pretty good. Here's the damage they take. Let's go with that. Alright. Tika Vas pause. Do I want the defense drone? Do I want to bother with that? I'm gonna hold off on the defense drone and go more for the attack drone, but more so for sabotage. Duration, heart speed. Yeah, synthetics explode. Hack synthetics are better. Yeah, let's do that. Energy drain is awesome. Increased damage. Shield restored, increased damage or... Ooh. Armor boost. Yeah, that sounds good. Brain Mechanist. Health shield or recharge bonus. Tech, power and duration. Ooh, of the drone powers. Or squad mates tech powers. Yeah, let's do that. And combat drone. Let's make this one more badass. Damage and shields. Let's go with that. Upgrade the short range attack. Ooh, and it stuns too. Yeah, let's do that. Rockets or pulse? Let's do rockets. Yeah. And just get the defense drone. Just for a little bit. Alright, cool. Let's go. Now,
We're approaching
let's
the
see why
Quarian
we were
home
floating in
system.
space.
ETA to Rannoch, 5 minutes.
What have you got from the comm buoys?
Pretty much a big old shitstorm, Commander.
I have detected several hundred unique ship signatures engaged in active combat.
Yeah, like I said.
Take us in, Joker.
Sounds like a shitstorm to me.
Stealth drive engaged. Only way they'll detect us is if you all start singing the Russian national anthem.
Red Dawn. Nice. Red Dawn? Wait, no. Red October. Hunt for the Red October. Wrong Red movie.
My
That's a
cyber warfare
big
system can
ship.
access their docking protocols.
It was like almost a Reaper-sized ship.
Alright, once we're aboard, we find whatever's broadcasting the Reaper signal and shut it down. Tally's our expert on Geth software. She'll be handling hacking and security.
Good to see you again, Tally.
You too, Caden. How's the Omni tool? Still using the logic arrest?
It's still the best model.
Not for running multiple attack processes simultaneously. You need a Nexus.
Nexus shield enhancements are years behind the curve.
That's why you overclock the microframe.
Shepard, there's a problem.
Nerds.
Physically secured. I see the free one. It's pretty torn up, though.
Too risky for the whole team. I'll secure the docking area. Everyone else can follow me over.
I'm already glad I switched. Thank you for the advice.
You know, quietly.
Hang tight. It'll just be a minute.
Oh, this is so trippy. And this is why we were in space. This is very cool, but very trippy.
No wonder the Quarians were
It's a
having
ship,
trouble.
right?
That ship is enormous.
It is 30% larger than an Alliance dreadnought.
Okay, so it's not quite Reaper size, but it's really big.
Tally, you're gonna like the view.
Better than a vid?
Nice.
Much.
It's terrifying, but awesome. Heck says, that dialogue is super special and only applies if you don't give Caden Nexus in M1. Huh! Wow, look at that. I didn't realize that. I did have him with the logic arrest tool basically all the time. Because of the bonus to his tech powers.
How are you doing, Shepard?
The lack of gravity is a little disorienting.
The Dreadnought has artificial gravity. You should be okay once you're on board.
Till then, I'll make do with mag boots.
Hey, take your time, Commander. We're fine until they, look out a window.
Geth don't use windows, remember? Structural weakness.
Like the Geth are just sitting there saying, those organics would never try the no windows thing twice.
As a reminder, we did basically the same thing in the last game. Uh-oh. That was close.
Looks like the rest of the team isn't using the docking tube.
So I'm guessing you'd rather not solo the Dreadnought.
Not if I can help it. Ask Tally to get on the Dreadnought schematics. If she can point me at another docking tube, I'll override the controls and let the boarding party on.
Okay, then.
I've got gravity again.
Great. I'm looking for... Got it. There should be a hull breach not far from your position. The nearest undamaged docking tube is on the other side.
Think I found that hull breach you mentioned.
Admiral Geralt tried a frontal assault. We lost 6 frigates. That tiny hull was the only damage we did.
I wouldn't call it tiny. Not the way you'd have done it?
No, he was too aggressive. I argued, but as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet, it was ultimately his decision.
What about the other admirals?
Zen backed the invasion, largely as a chance to test her toys. Ron gave provisional support. Only Chorus opposed the war with me, and he was right. We could lose the whole fleet, Shepard.
We'll get your people out of here safely.
Let's go up there, right? Oh, back there. Okay, I'm just dumb. Got it. Little dumb. There we go. Okay.
I found another airlock. I think we're good to go.
I mean, we have atmosphere.
The controls will be right there.
I think that means we have atmosphere, but at least we have working airlock. Which seems like a weird thing to have if there's no air, but whatever.
Got it. You're clear to board.
You okay, Commander?
Better now.
Here, let me see if I can get this open. In the meantime, take a look at this. There, it's open. We're clear to go.
Let's give that to both Caden and Tally. Oh, I can't mod it, but yet. But fine. Arc pistol. She gets a 3? Why does he only get... Oh, no, it is both a 3. Okay. Alright, cool.
Looks impressive.
It's Admiral Zen's design. It transmits an energy pulse on contact that disrupts shields and synthetics.
So where are we headed?
We're looking for an operations center. I can disable the Reaper command signal from there.
Let's go with... Actually, let's go with the pistol for now.
Where's the closest
We
one?
might want to switch to the Rieger
Past
carbine.
their
at some point.
defense network and through a sensor cluster.
Okay.
Watch out! Geth incoming!
There.
Back up here!
I don't hear an alarm! They're Geth! They sent alerts to every unit on this ship! We need to get to the operations center before they box us in!
There. That is intense heat dispersal.
They're throwing their lives away!
Network intelligence! As we kill them, their attacks become more aggressive!
Disable their shields!
Hack it.
Then take them down before they recharge!
Done. Okay. That's cool. A little unsettling. Radiators, basically. Okay, data.
Look, the signal's hitting all Geth processes. The Reapers have them completely under control.
We've tried jamming it, hacking it, and piggybacking garbage data to corrupt it. Nothing worked.
Sensor data. Can you tell what's going on outside?
We're taking heavy losses. The Geth have a planetary defense cannon. It's ripping through our fleet.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
Just make their sacrifice worthwhile.
Why do we need to find the operations center? Wouldn't any access console do?
No. Anything we do here, the Geth could counter. Too many fault checks and redundancy levels for what we need to do.
Pulse rifle. Okay. I don't love it. It's not my favorite.
The Dreadnought Operations
cool.
Center is just ahead.
Good. Let's cut the Reaper signal and get the fleet out of here.
The Hunters are moving in!
Cold Geth is down!
For the centers.
Stay sharp! We still got a cloaked Geth here!
Where?
That's the last
cool.
of them. Let's see if that console is operational.
Yeah, if there's still landmines, so let's shoot those, shall we? Oh. Okay.
We need to hurry! My people are getting torn apart out there!
Yeah, I know. Eat that.
Damn it! They've locked down the Reaper signal. We can't shut it down from here in the operations center. There! The Reaper signal's coming from the drive core.
So if we get there, we shut it down?
Right, but how do we get there? The Geth have sealed emergency bulkheads to block us off. We need a route to the drive core that can't be blocked. A path that runs the length of the ship.
What about the main battery? It runs right by the drive core.
That could work.
But?
The Geth still have us locked in here. We need to get these doors open. They've locked high-level processes. We need something basic. A ship-wide emergency. Like a fire.
What about the heat diffusion system?
Wait, if I faked a thermal warning, it would open all maintenance tubes for emergency venting.
Would that override the lockdown?
Yes. Okay, I've got it primed. But be ready. I'm reading hostile Geth on the other side of the doors.
We've got Geth dropping in!
There could be close hunters as well.
Geth reinforcements!
There.
Let's
Okay.
get to the maintenance shaft before more reinforcements arrive.
That was it. Sorry, Caden. Okay. anything?
After we stopped them at the Citadel, never thought we'd have to worry about the Geth again.
The ones that served Saren were heretics. They left the Geth to worship the Reapers.
Right, I saw the file.
This ship design is almost Quarian, but not quite. It's meant for synthetics, not organics.
Shouldn't be too much farther to the main battery. I'm surprised they'd send you on this mission, Tally.
Even admirals are expected to serve. I'm better at hacking than I am ordering ships around.
He's got his barrier up. That's really impressive looking. Alright. Hello? That was weird. Okay. One of the more fun dialogue possibilities and like squad mate possibilities for this mission is one time, I've only done this once, but I romanced Ashley in Mass Effect 1 and then Tally in 2 and 3. And I took both of them on the mission.
Damn it. Priority message. A planetary defense
It
cannon
was so catty. It was incredible how catty they were.
They got to escape pods, and I've got Admiral Ron trying to establish a secure link.
Put her through.
Shepard, this is Ron. The heavy fleet is collapsing. I don't know how much longer we can hold out.
We'll have the Reaper signal deactivated shortly, Admiral.
It was so wonderfully catty between the two of them. It is incredible. I'm assuming the same thing applies if you romance Liara in 1 and then Tally in 2. Basically, they're fighting over Shepard the whole time when they should be fighting Geth, which is just really productive and really funny. Oh.
Watch the shockwaves! That's a big gun!
We should be okay if we stay in cover.
Yeah.
More incoming. I think they figured out what we're doing.
Look! Overhead, too!
Darn it, Tally.
We need to shut it down! There should be a maintenance lock near the battery itself.
Okay. Yeah, Erica, she took a rocket directly to the face, and understandably went down. That rocket, fortunately, would have hit Shepard directly in the face. Okay. Yeah, let's walk through the barrel. This is a great idea.
That should buy us some time.
We're safe as long as the maintenance lock is in place. Let's move.
Let's move quickly, though, because we're in the barrel.
Commander, it's coming back online.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Close one.
Watch your shield! Stick to cover!
Okay. Uh-oh. Ow. You kidding me? Alright, get up. Oop. Hey. We are out of the gun barrel. Looks like. Caden. Caden. Come in.
Acknowledged. Understood.
Oh, here he is. Okay, we're good. He snuck. He's real sneaky. Real sneaky. Sneaky boyfriend. Okay. Let's see. Anything over here? Grab. Yes. Enough data. Nice. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Shepard! Grab my hand!
Synthetics don't need handrails.
Hang on.
Yes.
I'm all right.
Erica says, I want to gloat about my campaign encounters, but they're too spoilery. That is true. We have at
Hopefully
least
we're
one
done
other
with
player in the
elevators.
chat right now
Come on.
watching. So
The drive port shouldn't be far.
For anyone else who's wondering, let it be Max.
Definitely Reaper tech, but what's...
Shepard Commander, help us.
Legion.
Do you know this thing?
Yes. It helped me fight the Collectors. It's on our side.
At least was.
But weren't all the Geth reprogrammed?
Legion helped us fight the Reapers before. There's no way it would have agreed to this.
Your caution is understandable. Once freed, we will submit to any restraints you deem necessary.
I never thought I'd say this, but it's good to see you again.
Likewise, Creator Zora.
So what is this thing?
It uses our networking architecture to broadcast the old machine command signal to all Geth simultaneously.
Cold fingers.
Getting you out of there will shut off the Reaper signal.
Wait, you cannot simply remove the restraints. We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Far side of the room, you said?
If I recall,
yes,
this is one
deactivation
hell
should
of a
be
fight.
simple. The Geth protected them against viral attack, not physical removal.
How'd the Reapers get control of the Geth?
They did not. The Creators attacked. The Geth wished to live. The old machines extended an offer.
So we went to that Geth station and destroyed the heretics for what? Nothing?
No. Removal of the heretics made the decision to ally with the old machines more difficult.
Let's switch to your
not attacked,
zappy shotgun.
It would have been unnecessary.
We'll have you out of there soon.
So the Geth only signed on with the Reapers to save themselves.
Nothing excuses an alliance with the Reapers. They could have found another way. Damn it! I begged them to negotiate rather than attack. I did.
Let's just get Legion out of there.
Yeah, if they had listened, this might have gone better.
Got it.
Talizora to fleet. The signal is about to go offline.
This is Admiral Hangel. We're in your tent. Hardware blocks offline. We are free.
That is another attribute of sort of modern warfare, at least, and presumably up through this stage of warfare.
We have disabled the Dreadnought's drive core. All weapons and barriers are offline.
Ooh, handy. It's an attribute of modern warfare which aligns with sort of the other things that we're talking about way earlier. That it's a matter of especially aggressive warfare. So the attackers' side more so than the defenders, but a matter of trying to destroy one's opponent or destroy one's enemy. Darn it! Right, trying to destroy one's enemy, even if it means sacrificing oneself to a greater or lesser degree. And I mean, one will then hope that it is a lesser degree than it would have been if you allowed your enemy to be victorious, right? If you allowed your enemy to beat you. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oof.
Check your screens. The Dreadnought is helpless. No barriers, and the main gun is offline. We can remove their flagship if we strike now.
Damn it! This is our chance to withdraw the civilian fleet Geth response. Damn you, girl.
Damn it, what are they doing?
They're infighting.
We'll worry about the admirals later.
Hooray. Which is really what we need right now. Yeah, shit. Okay. Yeah, it's really the hope that the damage you do to yourself in casualties will be outweighed. Will sort of outweigh the that it'll be less than the damage you would have taken if the enemy were allowed to win. That is really the gamble of warfare. I think this is exemplified really, really well in what's it? I forget what the episode was called. A particular episode of Doctor Who from Capaldi's run. The truth or consequences thing. I cannot remember what the episode was called. There we go. That's it. Okay. I think that's it. I'll see if I can find the scene while we're in between waves of battle. That all warfare, especially all aggressive warfare, when you begin when you declare war, start a war, it almost necessarily will be a kind of gamble that you are preventing more death than you'll be causing, and that is really an open question at any given battle because you don't know which way it will go. And it could be an utter disaster, or it could be less of a disaster. It will be some kind of a disaster, regardless. There we go.
Shepard Commander, the Creator fleet is firing upon this vessel.
Great.
Without
Thanks,
barriers,
Quarians.
this ship will be destroyed. We must evacuate.
Get dicks.
We need to get to the escape pods.
Geth transmit intelligences via remote signal. We do not use escape pods.
Suggestions?
Okay.
Geth fighters are docked in the port side fighter bay. We can pilot a fighter to safety.
Oh, jeez.
Shepard to fleet! Hold fire! I repeat, hold fire!
They're not responding.
Damn it!
Oh, that's good.
We have taken control of docking protocols.
We'll be right there!
Ow. That looked painful.
Shepard Commander, we can only launch from the upper level.
Let's go.
Working on it. Okay, working on it.
Double time, people!
Hurry!
These are adorable fighter craft, by the way. I love these so much. I want one. Aw, Legion caught Tally.
Fine. We're leaving in a Geth fighter. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
Does the storage compartment have adequate room, Shepard Commander?
We're fine. Go!
They're like little bugs.
Just waggle the wings or something so I know which one is you.
That is a little ironic and weird that they look kind of insectoid because Rannoch has no insects. Oof. Okay.
They fired on the Dreadnought while you were on board?
They were supposed to pull their fleet out safely. Instead...
I know. Admiral Garrow's been causing trouble along the Turian border for years. But I can understand their desperation. We only lost Earth a few weeks back.
We haven't lost Earth yet.
We need help, Shepard. We need a fleet. And the Quarians have the biggest one out there.
I'll get it, Admiral.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
And what of Shepard? And Talizora?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard, the mission parameters changed. You're military, you understand that.
I understand that you wasted your chance to withdraw safely.
The Dreadnought was a perfect time.
Admiral, you jeopardized your mission and your people. Get the hell off my ship.
Shepard, I understand you're angry.
If I didn't need your fleet...
He nearly got us killed, Ron.
You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
You said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Chorus sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming.
I think you could only punch him once, sadly.
By the Reapers.
We are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
Wait. Everybody calm down. Its name is Legion. It helped me destroy the Collectors. The Reapers were using Legion like a signal booster to broadcast commands from the Dreadnought. We freed him.
We freed it.
This is a fascinating prototype. With some study, I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
Legion helped me in the fight against the Collectors.
So did your pistol. Should I worry about its feeling?
I don't think you want to continue this line of thought, Admiral. Legion is my friend. More importantly, it's our best source of information on the Geth.
The scientific benefits
are off the table.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rannoch for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades?
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
Kila, I need to warn the fleet. Then, coordinate with Garrow. Move!
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it located?
Unknown.
Find it.
Understood. We do know the location of a server from which Geth fighter squadrons are controlled. The squadrons are targeting Creator live ships. Disabling them will limit casualties. We offer assistance.
Thanks.
Should probably wind up doing that first. Let's see what this is about.
EDI, can you clean this up?
I will try.
We've lost barriers. Our comm system is jammed.
Ron, the Kanesh is getting swarmed by Geth fighters.
Damn it. Interceptors, divert to the Kanesh. Thank you, Commander. If you hadn't enhanced that signal, we'd have lost the ship.
Nice. Okay, well, it is about midnight, so I think we're going to have to call it there. We will continue with Rannoch next time. We'll start off with some conversation, talk to some of the admirals, talk about what's to come, and then hopefully, if I remember correctly, we should have time to do the entire Quarian arc next week. We should be able to do all of the missions on Rannoch, talk to everybody we need to talk to, and wrap it up and sort of resolve some of these as yet unanswered questions about the personhood of the Geth, their fate as a species, their relationship with their creators, and all of those absolutely fascinating topics that may be a little bit unanswerable, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you again for joining me for tonight, and make sure to come back, join us again on Thursday night when we will be going back to Dragon Age Origins. I think next we're going to Orzammar to visit the dwarves, which is probably the longest of the main story areas. We may stop over in Denerim in the capital first to get some stuff done there. We'll see. But yeah, it looks like it is dwarves and Deep Roads time. So that'll be Thursday. Next Monday we'll be back right here to talk to some admirals and then get this Quarian situation resolved before moving on to some other things. All right, so thank you again for joining me, and we'll see all of you next time. Thanks.